Hello, everybody. Today we're going to look at addition and subtraction with inequalities. So we're going to have a couple of examples I'm going to show you, and then I'm going to have you practice a few. So on the first one here, A, we have x plus 5 is less than negative 12. So to isolate our variable, we're going to take our inverse. And so we're looking to get our x here all by itself. Now looking at that, I have a plus 5. To get this to equal 0, we take the inverse, which is subtracting 5. So looking right here, I had 5, I'm going to subtract 5. 5 minus 5 is 0, so then I bring down my x. What I do to the one side, I must do to the other. Negative 12 minus 5, that's negative 17. So my solution for this is x is less than negative 17. Remember, we don't have the equal with it, so our circle is going to be open. And then our arrow needs to be pointed the same direction as our inequality symbol. And then, so here's our graph of the solution, open at negative 17, and it's going to the left. All the values smaller than negative 17, but not including 17. Okay, I want you to notice here a difference on the setup. Here my variables on the left, and here my variables on the right. So I want to show you what I do there, so keep an eye out for that. So to isolate our variable, we're going to add 5. So that's just taking the inverse. Negative 5 plus 5 is 0. So that zeroes out, we bring down our y. Add 5 on the left side. Negative 6 plus 5 is negative 1. So I have negative 1 is less than y. So I want you to flip this, and it's just to help you with graphing these and understanding how the inequality works. So if I were to graph this like this and I pointed my arrow that direction, I'd end up with the wrong answer, because this is telling me y is greater than all the values greater than negative 1. So all I do is I flip this, and now I can see y is greater than negative 1. My inequality symbol is going to point the same direction as my arrow now, and there's no equal, so my circle is open at negative 1. So notice how I did that. I flipped the whole thing. The y is where my inequality is open to, so when I flip it, my inequality is still open to that y. All right, C, solve and graph. 8 is less than or equal to y minus 3. Go ahead and solve that, and give me the graph. All right, so you should have solved that. And here I have y minus 3, so I need to add 3 to both sides. Add 3. Negative 3 plus 3 is 0. 8 plus 3 is 11. 11 is less than or equal to y. Remember, I want you to have that variable on the left side. So we're going to flip that, and it's going to be y is, so we got that open to it, just like it was there. Y is greater than or equal to 11. And we're going to graph this now. And your graph may look a little different than mine, depending on which values you used. Let's go, I'll put 11 in the middle. 12, 13, 14, 15, 10, 9, 8, 7. So when I graph this, I'm going to use a different color just because it'll help to highlight where my solution is graphed. So my arrow is pointing this direction here, and I'm going to have a closed circle because it includes the equal at 11, and all values greater. So that's what you should have gotten for C. All right, let's go work on a couple more. D says 5 plus x is greater than or equal to 8. Go ahead and solve that and graph your solution. All right. So here I have my 5 plus x. To isolate x, I need to subtract 5 because 5 minus 5 is 0. Subtract 5. That's 0. Bring down my x. Greater than or equal to. 8 minus 5 is 3. So then I'm going to graph my solution. All right, open or close circle. You said close, good job. So I have a closed circle at 3, and x is all values greater than that. Notice that my inequality symbol and my arrow are pointing in the same direction. The last one I want you to do is E, solve and graph this, please. 21 is greater than 12 plus x. All right. So I'm going to separate my left from my right. I have 12 plus x. X is what I'm solving for. I'm going to subtract 12, subtract 12. That's 0. 21 minus 12. All right, so you should have 9 is greater than x. And remember, I want your variable on the left side, so we're going to flip this. X is less than 9. Now it's set up nicely for me to graph this. All right, open or close circle. We should have an open circle here at 9. And we're going all values less than, so our arrow is pointing this way, same as our inequality symbol. So it's all values less than 9, but not including 9. I hope you did great on this. If you have any questions, please get in contact with me, come to a meeting, email me, whatever you need to do. And have a great day.